At the starting point, St Hilda's Church, where I'll come to get Zach in a minute. Tie my waistband up. Right. Let's go. Nice steady pace. To the left is the housing estate where the old cricket ground used to be. Let's get across the road. Okay. Ashford Tennis Club, all rather done up now. Now the alleyway down the side of the tennis club, heading towards the site of the original Ashford prison or remand centre where I first started in the job. Over to the left is HMP Bronzefield, now a women's prison and remand centre which once held the notorious Rose West. Where the cars are parked on my left is the site of the original staff car park, which has now been enlarged considerably because they no longer have staff living in quarters on site. This is the gate to nowhere, location of one of my original geocaches. Used to run this little footbridge a couple of times every week in the dinner hour at the start of our 2.5 mile run. Yeah. This bridge ain't changed one bit. Left to Staines, right to Ashford. Gonna turn left here, down the common footpath. On my right is Ashford Park School, where Chris and Mish went, and that's their playing fields. Of course, when the kids went to school, all that was next to the school was open land and farm fields, but now it's gravel extraction site, but we'll turn right at the end of the fence and go through a little footpath green area, which will take me out onto the A30 or somewhere there. Glorious day, little fresh, but nice and bright and warm in the sun. Must get the percussion massager on my lower calves, or both calves, and possibly on the rear of my thighs. Ashford Park School to the right. Gravel extraction to the left, behind the landscape mounds. Ah, right, so now they've opened it up into Hengrove Park, so the footpath now comes out in Hengrove Park with a decent kiddie play area at long last. At least they put a proper car parking area here. This now takes us down to Methodist scout unit hut where Chris was both a cub and a scout, and on odd occasions we used to come down because I had a key to the hall and we would do some running circuit work. St John's Ambulance Hall to the right, now named Hengrove Hall as well. Sad sign of the times, where the scout hut now has bars on the inside of the window and is surrounded by an iron fence and a padlocked gate. Sad. Always used to be open, oh, and a roller shutter to top it all off. Out into Hengrove. If my memory serves me right, should run past Coral's house, where Coral, Melanie and Mark Sargent lived. Or still live. Coral still lives, but Melanie and Mark have moved out. Coral's front looking all flash, with nice double glazed windows and door. Just over a mile done. Should be on target to get back for Zach on time. We turn off at Cumberland Road into Avondale Road, make the long trek back down to the bottom to Station Crescent. Sun's probably going to ruin this picture, but can't be helped because I can't keep running away from the sun. This is Avondale Road. Chris's old mate Paul was brought up here, but has now moved to America. Curbside parking now is virtually zero due to so many people creating drives in their front gardens and having drop curbs put down. But unfortunately, so many of them don't realise that unless the curb is actually officially dropped, then anybody can park at the roadside, like this one. No drop curb, so anybody can park on that little stretch. Coming up to the bungalows where my old PO from Ashford days, Ralph Crowley, sure used to live. probably long gone, not just moved. Now approaching the junction with Station Crescent. Station Crescent. Just back along those houses that we just passed, the child actor that played Tristan in George and Mildred used to live. Connaught Avenue. Now approaching Lancaster Close, which is a small, very small estate of little houses that were built on the site of one bungalow and its rather large garden. And then next door there is another small estate of houses, Hanover Close, that was built on the site of another bungalow and its garden. How times changed. Squeeze as much in as possible. Still the same people in there. Francis's old bungalow, God rest her soul. Now coming up to the infamous bend on which we lived, and coming up to what used to be a bungalow where we lived, but is now been turned into a glorified house with everything. Fortress round the garden, Elsa's old place, another one, God rest her soul. Old people's home next door, the Limes. More houses sprung up on the site of one or two. I think that might have even been just one bungalow. Yes, 12A, 12B and 12C. That was another bungalow, now gone. To the right now is the Vicar's house for St Hilda's Church. Should be Christmas Cottage here somewhere, if I remember rightly. Maybe not. There's the Stanwell Road Doctor's Surgery, where we spent registered for many a year. And that piece of wall has been down ever since we were here. Crossing now to the green between the two railway bridges. To my right was St Hilda's Bridge, and ahead is the main bridge into Ashford town. To the left is the school and grounds that was once St David's Girls' School and has now been sold and is now a boys' school. St James's School for senior boys. So times have changed there. Still the same old majestic building. Nothing changes there. All their own sports grounds, everything. That's the footpath that goes down to the London bound platform on Ashford Station. Now we start to climb up the hill, or the railway bridge. It's not a hill, it's an incline. Major problem these days, bikes on pavements when the pavements are narrow. Don't mind it on designated sharing pavements, but not narrow ones. Under the cupboard bit, sign of the times where they've had to wire it in, says people don't either jump or throw things on the train. Down we go. Okay, cheers. There we go. Not a lot of trains down there. Behind those trees is what was once Ashford General Post Office, which you can see now coming into sight is now a plumber's merchant. That's it. Just on the other side of the lights is Ashford Glass and Windows, which was the original Ashford fire station. And beyond that is the Royal Heart, or was, but is now an antique company. Here we go, into Woodthorpe Road. Super Drugs, and above that, Tamana's, where Chris works, but at one time was Cat's Wine Bar. Ultrasound Direct was once Ashford Health Store, another closed up shop. This was once the branding iron. Good old Ashford Arcade, still there. Still got a couple of banks. There's the station approach with the Chinese takeaway. Pet shop still there. That used to be a picture framing service. slow trot down Woodthorpe Road. Taking things easy so the legs don't ache too much. Just coming up on our right is the entrance to a newish block of flats that replaced an office block. There's the entrance just over there by the grey car and the gates, and it's called Maplewood Court. When the office building was destroyed, taken down, demolished, they had a catastrophic collapse, and unfortunately one of the demolition people lost his life. There's the kitchen and bedroom store. I can remember that day when that was a big bike shop that was owned and run by a guy called Ron that lived opposite us. Now he's gone. Here we are, back at St Hilda's after a little 2¼ mile sightseeing trek with a commentary on the video. Let's get back, get my shoes changed, get my body warmer back on, and get the car seat set up for Zach. Alright, here we are, and that's it. 2.3 miles, and back at the car.